We'll be announcing the winner in the Brands Hatch programme, and entries must be in before September the 7th. You really should enter because it is a fantastic prize. Just look at that. Well, the grid is just forming now for race 2 at Cadwell Park. Great crowd here today, 36,500 people, making it the biggest crowd, I think, so far this season. And they all have their favourite riders. There's good luck Steve Plater. Of course, Steve could do with a bit of luck. He is riding his Honda SP2 very well in race 1. This is his home circuit. But of course, terrible problems. I think the chain may have come off. I think he's checking it there quite closely. Steve, obviously checking the chain quite closely there, was the cause of all the problems in race 1.
Yeah, the chain jumped off going over the mountain. I stopped to put it back on and just lost balance, and the bike went over on its side. No big deal really, but just flipping. Got back in the race and was trying to get back in the points just to score a few, and then as I came over the mountain, the footrest hanger snapped off, so obviously it damaged it when the bike fell over. Very disappointing.
Listen, Steve, well, better luck in race 2. Steve, of course, was riding very, very well, so keep an eye out for him. Let's go to the commentary team of Steve Parrish and Charlie Cox.
Well, he's got some consolation as Steve Plater. He is on a front row start, right alongside the reigning champion now. The new champion, ready for a start, and that wasn't such a good one from the new champion. He's going to stop and started. Great start there from Michael Rutter through the centre of that. Brilliant stuff. Bike number 2, Michael Rutter. There's looking back there. Rutter's behind us, so that means we're on board with John Reynolds. Reynolds getting a bit of a squeeze there. Here comes Plater. Here's Gary Mason as well. Bike number 8 on the left. It's as busy as you like. And already Plater on it.
Yeah, now we are looking there. Is Michael Rutter out in front, number 2 on the Renegade Ducati. And he is leading it. Look at that battle down there for 3rd place. Mason having a good old look, but it is Rutter that leads into Park Corner.
Yeah, Rutter's doing well, and so's his teammate there, Leon Haslam, just slipping through on the inside, picking up another place. Rutter in the lead, Haslam in 5th place, and in between is Reynolds and Plater and Gary Mason. And where's the reigning champion gone? There he is, in behind Leon Haslam.
Well, he's probably thinking too much about that champagne. I'm sure we'll be seeing him move towards the front. Number 4, Shane Byrne, I'm talking about. Meanwhile, we are looking back from the Rizla Suzuki. There is Steve Plater on the Honda racing machine. And let's hope his chain stays on this time around into the mountain. And you listen to the bike over the top. You'll hear the engine rev up. What? And that's it. That's when the rear wheel comes off the ground. The suspension's unloaded. But this time it all looks good.
That sounds fabulous. Have a listen to that. Having a really big sniff down the inside of John Reynolds and makes it look easy. He was effective in race 1 with that pass, and he's made it stick again.
As a rider, you wouldn't normally expect to get past there, and it's not very often you see anyone do it. But Steve Plater, his local track, he just seems to have the knowledge to be able to let the bike run in there a little bit quicker. And this is the replay. Down the inside. Now, he's compromised his line, and of course John Reynolds is as well. It's slowed the pair of them up, but he's into 2nd place.
Well, as you say, local knowledge playing a part, and not only is he into 2nd place, look how close we are to race leader Michael Rutter. We're riding with Plater. That's Michael right in front of us. This is the drag down the back straight and up the hill. Carrying a lot of speed there is Steve Plater, and look at John Reynolds moving up behind. This is where JR and Plater had that moment in race 1. Not close enough, but look at this. This 4 have really closed the field down. They've just disappeared into the distance, Shane Byrne being the 4th.
Well, we said we'd see something of Shane Byrne later on in the race, and we are now looking at the champion. Interestingly, I reckon he'll be thinking to himself, I want to celebrate tonight, I want to party, I don't really want to do anything silly. When you're chasing a championship, you think if you've won it, you'll go out and win, but it's not always the case. They're coming down now towards that mountain section.
Yeah, and don't forget, Steve, the man he is following is in a pretty tough old scrap for 2nd place. John Reynolds has got 2nd place on the line, and the man in front of John Reynolds, of course, has got a pretty good hold on this. Right at the sharp end of this is Michael Rutter.
Yeah, very much so. And don't discount Steve Plater in 2nd place. He still has a chance to get 2nd in the championship.
2nd place, not for long. Straight down the inside and fights back, but no. This is incredible the way he can just put that bike almost anywhere he wants, Steve Plater.
Well, as I said, it slows everyone down, but it's put him out in front now. Does he have the speed down the straight? We're on board with the Suzuki. Look at that.
Absolutely stunning stuff. Straight down the inside. So, remember, this is the battle for 2nd in the championship. John Reynolds in 2nd place is in 2nd position. Michael Rutter right behind him in 3rd. These are important points. And at the front of this, as you point out, valuable points for Steve Plater. And what a great fill-up to his year as they have a physical old ding-dong once again. Banging panels, Reynolds forces his way through.
That was quite incredible. They're doing nearly 170 miles an hour, and both looking for the same piece of track. That was just amazing. Steve Plater having to put his foot out there to try and balance the bike. Stunning stuff and scary stuff here at Cadwell Park. Back over the top of the hill, and listen to that Honda now, and there it goes. That was where the chain jumped off in race 1, but not this time around.
I think they can both go straight to the clerk of the court at the end of this race and resolve it later. That are in the car park, and look at this. Plater just forces his way back through. Once again, the Plater shuffle. Well,
he wants to make up for the disappointment in race 1, and Steve Plater really back bang on form again. He's got that bike working so well at the moment. Here's Steve Plater's girlfriend Vicky keeping an eye on what's going on.
And look at Reynolds side by side. Reynolds wants that spot back. These two are having the race of the year. It's fabulous stuff. Now Plater looking for a way back through. Not around here. And we're coming onto the part of the circuit we know where John Reynolds is so strong.
This time Plater in second place. He'll be right in the slipstream now, and there over the top of the hill you see the bike wriggling and moving around. John Reynolds will be getting completely fed up with seeing that Honda Racing VTR come through on that spot.
Yeah, well, he made amends pretty quickly, as you can see there, just putting the bike straight back down the inside. But you're right, he must be thinking, will you just stop doing that? Every time I do the big high-speed pass.
Well, it seems the agility of the Honda is paying dividends, the speed of the Suzuki. That's what's making this such a tremendous race. And look again.
Down the inside one more time. That's Mansfield Corner where he's done that pass as well. 2 spots on this circuit where Plater is red hot. Mansfield one, and in through the hairpin the other.
Now, interesting, Plater in front on part of the circuit he really likes, and that was a mistake there from John Reynolds. He went deep into the mountain section, over the top, and he's stretching out that advantage.
Yeah, and at the same time as well, Michael Rutter coming under real pressure there from Byrne. Rutter's off! Michael Rutter's just gone straight ahead there at the start of the hall bench. There he is in the bail. I don't know whether it was anything to do with that pass there with Shaky.
Well, I think they actually were looking for the same piece of track, and maybe it just cut the nose off of Michael Rutter on that Renegade Ducati, but there's no way he's going to get that started again. Last lap flag is out.
Well, last lap flag indeed, and it is Steve Plater who's leading. Terrible luck for Michael Rutter. Fabulous, of course, for John Reynolds. Chances of second place in this championship. And, of course, Shaky Byrne looks like he's going to get on the podium as well. But Steve Plater is really coming good at the end of the year.
Well, he is coming good. He seemed to last year as well, but he's just got this bike working so well for him. Remember, it was brand new to him this year. You wouldn't expect Tiger Woods to play with Nick Faldo's golf clubs, and at the end of the day, he's had to adjust this bike, make it a bike he feels comfortable with, and now just look how well he's going.
Yeah, and he didn't want a career in golfing anyway, as we watch him now crest and then run back down the hill towards Mansfield. He's strong in this part of the circuit, and you'd have to say JR is just too far back.
Well, I think he is. He's trying hard. You can see the black lines coming off the back of that Suzuki, and for the Honda for that matter. They are really on lap record times close to it, charging down towards the mountain section, and this is where Plater is so good. Really, I do not see John Reynolds making inroads in this section.
Steve Plater, such a cheeky boy through this part of the track. We've seen him pull off some astonishing passes, but it's been John Reynolds in front at that point. Now John Reynolds is chasing. Oh, is Plater trying?
He doesn't realise that John Reynolds is about 5 lengths behind him. I think he thinks he's right on his back wheel through the hairpin for the final time.
Yeah, job done. Looks over his shoulder. He can tell that. Out of the hairpin, through Barn. That's the last corner. He's going to do it. Steve Plater is going to take the second race. Straight across the line. Plater wins. Reynolds second. And Shaky Byrne third. Great stuff for Plater.
Yeah, terrific stuff. As I said, he's local circuit, and he's really coming good now. And it is, of course, contract time, Charlie.
Shame he's not happier about it. So let's just check those results. Plater, Reynolds, Byrne, Leon Haslam. Good stuff from him. Gary Mason, nice ride there as well. Glenn Richards in 6. Emmett and Burns. That's your top 8. Familiar faces there as the lead privateer. Dennis Hobbs, 12th position. And the first man across the line, Jeremy Goodall and Dave Wood. Now, your championship positions, well, John Reynolds didn't do his second place hunt any harm there with Michael Rutter's no finish. But look at it, it really is a 3-way battle for second between JR, Michael Rutter and Steve Plater.
And there's young James Tozen, the world Superbike rider, having a day out at Cadwell presenting the trophies.
Great work, Steve. Seriously his race, but you have to say